One thing about me, I'm willing to let it all hang in that ring. I'm fighting for my own 4 little girls. I'm ready to die in that ring. And my question to him, will you die in that ring? Would you leave everything that you have in that ring? Who you fighting for? I'm not just fighting for me. I currently see him fight. He fought Tariq Robinson, and I wasn't impressed. Like, I actually called Cintron out because I felt like Tariq had overtrained, and he overtrained by sparring too much for me. And people know, like, I'm a no-nonsense fighter. And when you come to spar me, you better have your A game, and you better be ready. And I felt as though Tariq was working with me, and he overtrained a little bit too much. He burnt himself out. But the way Cintron was in there, he had, like, his hands down, and he just basically playing around. And he thought that fight right there was a fight that he could brag about. So I took it upon myself, being as though I had no fights coming up, I called him out. And Marshall, I guess that's his manager, trainer, whatever, he made a comment about me fighting Giles, Darnell Giles. And I said, you know what? I beat Giles, but I took a fight in his hometown, and I walked away with a draw. Anybody knows when you go in somebody's backyard and get a draw, that's a legitimate win. I called Cintron out because, first of all, I knew him from the amateurs. He never fought nobody. And all the elite fighters he ran from. And I was one of them guys at 140 that he was running from. Yes. And then it's like this. With me, I hold no punches in that ring. Like, you look at my resume, my boxing resume, I'm fighting people that could fight. Who has he fought? And one thing is a buzz going around, like, that he's planning to knock me out. You have what, 3 knockouts on paper? Look at my knockout ratio. Look at the type of guys I'm fighting. Like, he's not on my level. He's nowhere in the same league as me. And I guarantee this fight, in 3 rounds, it'll be over. You got to crawl before you walk. And I think they made a big mistake by choosing to take this fight.
You think they're taking you lightly here?
They taking me lightly. That's one of the key things. They taking me lightly. On his resume, he never fought an undefeated fighter that was hungry. One thing about me, I'm willing to let it all hang in that ring. I'm fighting for my own 4 little girls. I'm ready to die in that ring. And my question to him, will you die in that ring? Would you leave everything that you have in that ring? Who you fighting for? I'm not just fighting for me. And that's why when I go in there, I put everything on the line. Like, if you look at my track record, the last 2 guys I fought were never the same as they got finished fighting me. And this is my statement to him. After this fight, he will not be the same. There's another step up the ladder. It lets you know Hammerin Hank ain't go nowhere. I'm right here to stay. And whoever you put in front of me, I'm going to beat or I'm going to knock him out. It's going to be, this fight right here, this was going to make me or break me. And I have every good intentions on this is going to be my year where I come out or have a belt this year. I'm making a statement this year. No more playing around. I'm making a statement.